Right now, this may come as shocking news, but player types are going to be changed. Yes, iconic moments are going away. Hello and welcome to another video. Now, if you logged into PES 2021 on Friday, it's still PES 2021. It's not yet eFootball. I am sure that you must have seen the news about the eFootball 2022 mobile update. In fact, it's probably one of the first things that you see. Now, Konami put up the announcement on the PES app and they left a link to their website. Now, like most people, I did go to their website and I did see a very lengthy post. Some of it was good, but the rest was not so good. Now, the first thing you'll see on the website is the date for the update itself. Now, the update itself is scheduled for spring 2022, but there is no definite date for the update. Now, spring could mean any time within the spring months, but it is also not beyond Konami to push the date forward. Now, they've said that some devices are not going to be supported, so I am assuming older devices are going to go away. They are going to remove support for some of the older phones. Now, on iOS, it's pretty straightforward. Anything older than 2015 probably won't be able to run eFootball 2022. Now, this should include anything older than the iPhone 6s, the iPad Pro, the iPad 5th gen, the iPad Air 2, the iPad Mini 4, and the iPod Touch 7th generation. On the Android side of things are not so straightforward. So, the given system requirements here include anything older than an Android 7.0 shouldn't run the game. So if you have a phone running on Android 8, 9, 10, 12, I guess you're safe. The memory given here is also 2 gig RAM, but judging CPU performance on memory and core count, I think it's very misleading. Quad core, I highly doubt if any quad core processor is going to be able to run PES eFootball now, eFootball 2022. The given clock speed is 1.5 gigahertz. Now, while these are decent specs that you find on most entry-level phones, I think it's a bit disingenuous to whittle down CPU ability to these 4 specs alone. Now, these specs may seem basic, but I think many phones that actually run these specs are going to struggle to play the game. I think what anybody who actually really wants to play games should do is to not use an entry-level phone to play Pro Evolution Soccer. You should use a lower mid-ranger at least. That's what I think. I have a list on my blog, top 100 smartphone SoCs. You should probably go through it. Anything less than 130 is probably a no-no, so you should check your phones before you buy. I think that should help a lot. Now, some gamers have complained about these system requirements and they feel that Konami could be downgrading the graphics for the game now just to accommodate more players, but I do not believe this is true. Most games nowadays have scalable graphics. Now, how these graphics play will depend on the capability of your phone's SoC. Now, I believe that high-end phones, the flagships, the upper mid-rangers should be able to get high graphics and 60 FPS. Now, standard mid-rangers, budget phones should be able to run the game at mid graphics and 30 FPS. Low phones are going to have to make do with low graphics. Now, let's move on to the gameplay itself. Now, for the first time ever, both the console and mobile version, that's Android and iOS, are going to be using the same game engine, the very same, and there are also suggestions that they could also be sharing the same server. Konami have been having issues with their server, so putting everybody on one server, I don't know how much of a good idea that is. Konami, fix your servers, fix it. Now, why most people feel that since there's the same game engine, they're going to be using the same server is because there's going to be cross-platform play. I think that's like the big thing here. It's what many people are happy about. It's also what many people are not so pleased about, because I have seen mobile gamers complaining that PC or console players have more control, controller support, and therefore they are going to trash mobile players on their clunky screens and wacky controls. So in order to level the playing field, Konami are going to bring controller support for both Android and iOS. Let's see how that works. Now, there are going to be 4 match types in eFootball Mobile Update 2022. There's going to be Tour, Online Quick Match, Challenge, and Online Match Lobby. Now, the first 3 I have mentioned, the Tour, the Online Quick Match, and Challenge, are basic match modes that we're all used to. The Online Match Lobby is probably the new one here, and it's going to be the cross-platform gameplay lobby. Now, the lobby is not going to be open to everyone. First things first, it's not going to be immediately available at launch as first one, and secondly, it's not going to be open to everybody. I think it's going to be open to people based on the specs of their phone. Right now, this may come as shocking news, but player types are going to be changed. Yes, iconic moments are going away, and I think I am quite pleased with this news. I mean, seriously. Anyway, let's move on. There are going to be 4 player types. We're going to be having, instead of the base cards are not going to be called standard players. Then there's also going to be the regular featured cards, and there's also going to be something called trending player. Then they also have what called legendary player. So the standard player is, what we're used to. The base cards: white, bronze, silver, gold, black ball. The trending card are players who are currently trending. That is, players who have done well recently in real life. The kicker is they're already maxed out, so you can't train them. Featured cards remain the same. Legendary cards, it's going to be players who have legends in the game. Definitely, they're all going to be packed into a new category that called legendary. Now, no more gambling mechanics. No more let's try your luck and see what players you can pull from a draw. Those are all going away. You're going to be allowed to pick whatever player that you want, but the old 3-player trading system is going to go away. Now, finally, let's look at what data can you carry over from PES 2021 to eFootball 2022. Now, the following data is not going to be carried over. Your username, first and foremost, your base team and your squad info, they're all going to be wiped out. Records, achievements, settings, login bonuses, you have to get those out of your mailbox before the update rolls on. Item effects, that's skills, position boosters, management skills, all going to be gone. Your friends list gone as well. The following items will, however, be carried over. That's your country, region, or date of birth settings. Club coins will now be called eFootball coins, will be carried over. GP currency will be carried over, and as well as eFootball points. Players will be carried over as well, but IMs will no longer exist. Now, the new cards, like I said earlier, when you're carrying over the players, the base cards will now become standard. Featured will also become carryover standard players. Your carryover players from 2020 are now going to be converted into GP, and the legends and the iconic moments are going to be moved into a new category called legendary players. So basically, that's it. I don't know, the excitement for this game I used to have, at least I had it last year, it's gone. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, waiting for what these guys are going to do. So I don't know about you guys. What do you think about eFootball PES 2022? How do you think things are going to work out? What do you think about the cross-platform gameplay? Are you excited for it? Are you not? Just leave a comment. Remember to please like and subscribe. I have tons of stuff on this channel and also on my blog, inquisitiveuniverse.com. Do well to check it out. My name is Jeffrey once more, and bye bye.